I really appreciate the support. Now, today's video, we actually going to be talking about business credit card funding. Now, in understanding business credit card funding, I'm going to give you a few of my tricks and strategies, actually how to fund your business bank account using the bank's money. So just stick with me. Now, here's the thing about it. First of all, with this strategy, you can start with a new business or a start, okay? The second thing, you don't need any taxes. And the third thing is no income verification, okay? Those are the top things, but this is something you also have to understand. Now, with this strategy, you're gonna need at least, I would say at least a 680 or higher credit score, okay? 680 or higher credit score in order to use this method, all right? Now, for some of these cards that I'm going to be talking about, some of these banks, they will let you get away with a 660, 670, and we're going to talk about those. So just bear with me. Another thing that you do have to realize, number 3, is they're going to look at your income, your DTI, your debt to income ratio, the amount of inquiries on the account, okay? These things are very important, and like I told you about the inquiries on your personal credit, between 6 and 8, this is a danger zone, all right? So you want to make sure that when you're applying for credit and stuff, you do it sporadically and not all at once, okay? Because again, the inquiries not only will bring down your credit score, but it also will put you in a position to where you're being denied for credit cards and stuff like that, okay? So that's something that you do have to understand. Now, here's another thing that they've been throwing in the mix, okay? And that's your credit history. So in terms of like having a brand new credit file and stuff and going to the banks and stuff, sometimes they're like real iffy. Usually they want you to have at least a 2-year-old credit file, okay? So, but here's the thing about it. Now, in order to help you age your credit file, you can use authorized users, and that would help you age your credit file, all right? So if you have a brand new credit file, you're just starting out to build your credit and everything, and then adding some aged AUs, and the average age of AUs you want to add on, they can be between 4 to 5 years, okay? They don't have to be 10, 15, 20-year-old accounts, all right? Not saying they don't help, but at the same time, if you have AUs that are at least between 2 to, I would say between 4 to 5 years, then you're okay. Some of them, if with some banks, if it's 2 years old, it helps, all right? Just long as you've been making the payments on time, all right? So also, and let me help you understand this about the AUs before we go further into this, in terms of AUs, you always want to, if you're going to use AUs, you want to make sure that the people are using less than 30%, okay? Because if they use more than that, it's going to affect your personal credit as well. So that's the reason you have to. So I'm just sharing some things before we get into. But let's talk about the first bank, okay? So the first bank, we're talking about Chase Business Card. Now with Chase, again, like I said, with some of these banks, they'll let you work with a 660, but it all depends on the relationship. That's very important, and that's one of the things I'm always trying to get you all to understand, that relationship matters, okay? And so with Chase, if I'm trying to get a business credit card through Chase, okay, either I'm gonna go the backdoor route, which is the Amazon Chase Visa. You can do the Amazon Chase Visa if you have strong enough credit, okay? You can do the backdoor route. But here's something that I would definitely do regardless of the fact. I would open up, if I'm close to a Chase, I will open up a personal account and a business account, okay? And then while I'm doing that, so that I know that I'm going to be getting maximum amount of dollars for my business credit cards and stuff, I would make weekly deposits. Okay, I would make weekly deposits. So that's very important in terms of relationship wise, because most people, they just apply for a credit card, and yeah, sometimes the banks will give it to you, but a lot of times they're like, well, we don't know you, there's no relationship there, and so they may only give you a fraction of what you anticipate because, again, you don't have a relationship with them. And also it depends on, those 4 factors: your income, your debt to income ratio, your inquiries, and your credit history. So those are things that's going to affect. Also the dollar limits on your credit cards as well. All right, so just keep that in mind. So let's talk about number 2. Number 2 is U.S. Bank. All right, now with U.S. Bank Platinum Card, you're going to look, they usually about a 690. Okay, now again with U.S. Bank, here's what I would do. I would open up the personal account, the business account. Those are 2 things that I would definitely do. But I'm going to go a step further on this, because this is going to be very crucial in terms of helping you not only build up the personal credit, but it's still going to help you build up the business credit too. So I would do the secured card. They have a Harley Davidson. Okay, they have a Harley Davidson secured card. Now, this would be my strategy. Once I open up my personal account and my business account with U.S. Bank, then I would take my money and get the secured card. Say I put $500 on the secured card, all right? So then I'll take that money from the secured card and I would deposit it into the personal account, and then deposit it into the business account, and then I would recycle that money back to the secured card, okay? Now, here's the thing about it. When you're building your business credit as well as your personal credit at the same time, leveraging. So with the secured cards, make sure that you make weekly payments, okay? So I don't care if it's $15, $20 a week, all right? Make sure that you make weekly payments, all right? The reason is the more money that you pay on your secured cards, because the credit bureaus don't report at the same time. So that's the reason I'm explaining this to you. Because the credit bureaus don't report at the same time, then each of your credit bureaus, they're not going to calculate the same. Okay, so that's the reason that you want to do that. All right, now in terms of, like, if you want to know a quick secret about inquiries and stuff, like if you're trying to get your inquiries off, say that you have a lot of inquiries because you tried to apply for a mortgage or a car loan and stuff. Well, with some credit bureaus, they give you a hard time. So what you would have to do, you would have to block your Sage stream, okay? And then once you block your Sage stream, then you can call the fraud department of the credit bureaus, okay, and let them know that, hey, I was in the process of applying for a credit card and stuff, or I was in the process of applying for a mortgage or a car loan and stuff, and I wasn't anticipating on them running these many inquiries. So once they see that all your inquiries are pretty much around the same time and stuff, then it's much easier for them to really take those inquiries off within the next 24 hours, okay? And I know that this is talking about business credit cards to fund your business, but at the same time, I'm just giving you some more information to help you, as well as not only build your business credit, but to make it much easier for you to get approved, okay? So that's the reason. Now, let's talk about number 3 is Amex Blue, all right? So with the Amex Blue, they want you to have a 690. Now, in terms of people trying to join American Express and stuff, or just apply for American Express business card and stuff like that, here's the thing that I've been saying for a while now, and that is build a relationship. The relationship really matters to a lot of these financial institutions, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because these third-party alternative lenders and stuff, they're making it easier for you to get funding and stuff. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you about, I got a video coming that actually talking to you about getting business loans without using your personal credit and stuff like that. So we'll talk about those, but right now, understanding, like, these traditional lenders and stuff, they're losing to these third-party lenders and stuff. So what they're trying to do, they're trying to bring down their threshold to get more people involved. So that's the reason you want to start building a relationship with them, because the stronger the relationship you have with them, the more money they're willing to give you. So that's the reason you want to have this relationship, okay? So I would open up a savings account, and I would add an AU. And for those of you that's not familiar with AU, there's an authorized user. And I wouldn't just add any AU, I would actually add an AU from American Express. Now with three-way funding, we do offer American Express AUs and stuff like that to help you. But the reason that you want to do this is because once you're in with American Express, all right, so say that you get the American Express Blue, and then you decide, well, I want to bump myself up to the American Express Gold or the American Express Platinum, right? Business card. Now, what happened is they got all this internal data on you. And so they looking at this information instead of your personal credit. So that's the reason you won't see the hard inquiry on your personal credit. All right, so that's the reason that I like American Express, because once you're with them, then you don't have to worry no more about the hard inquiries on your credit when trying to get another credit card with them. All right, so that's the reason that I like them. All right. Number 4 is Navy Fed. Okay. Now with Navy Fed, here's the thing about it. We know that you have to be a member. However, I did make a video that explains to you how to become a member. So if you want to learn how to become a member, you're non-military and stuff like that, then put a comment below and I would actually send you the video so you can actually see how I break it down on how to actually become a member of Navy Federal, even if you're not military. All right. So with Navy Federal, again, with their business credit cards, again, it's all about the relationship. So you have the personal account, the business account, right? Those are the 2 accounts I would open. Then I would open up a secured credit card, as well as, and the reason, you have to understand the reason I'm doing it. Even if I get approved for a Navy Federal business credit card right off the bat, you have to become a member, right? But at the same time, you want not only just that business credit card, but you want to be able to get their business lines of credit as well. So that's the reason that you want the longer relationship with them, not just because of the business credit card, but you want the business lines of credit. Okay? So that's the reason that I'm talking about building a relationship with them. We're opening up the personal account and the business account, as well as the secured cards. And like I said, taking the money from the secured card, depositing it into your personal account, then taking the money from your personal account, depositing it to your business account. At the same time, like I said, when you utilize your secured card from Navy Federal, again, making weekly payments on it, right? And in reference to the business bank account, making weekly deposits, maybe $25, $50 a week. Again, more activity you have on the accounts, all right, the higher the chance you're going to be giving more money and stuff, because you actually have a relationship with them. All right, and this goes time and time again. This is the strategy. And again, like I said in most of my videos, in terms of net 30s and stuff, because they're making it harder to get net 30s. Like if you get a Granger account, well, now Granger wants you to buy from them multiple times before they give you an account. It used to be the one and done. That's not the case anymore, all right? So in terms of you spending a couple $100s with them to build up your business credit, why not go directly to the banks and build up your business credit? This is the strategy I've been teaching over 10 years because it's the direct route. And leveraging the resources that I'm suggesting that you do, you'll have much of an advantage than somebody that's keeping on buying like Granger, Uline, Citibank, those type of. Now, like I said, if you need those type of accounts, then get them. But for most people, they're trying to get business funding, all right? And if you're going to get business funding, go directly to the source to be able to build a relationship with them, because you're going to get more money. A paydex score will not guarantee that you're going to get business funding, all right? So I just want you to understand that you can have 100 paydex score, but that doesn't mean you're going to get business funding. So that's the reason doing it this way, using business credit cards to fund your business, is definitely a better leverage tool than actually buying net 30s. All right, so that's the reason that I'm sharing this with you. All right, now it's gonna get interesting, okay? Because we're gonna talk about Citibank, okay? Now, of the Citibank business cards, I usually tell people to get the Costco, right? Get a Costco account and then apply for the Costco Citi. Well, here's the thing about it. Again, like I said, you can be a 690 credit score, but here's what I would do. I wouldn't start it out like that, all right? I would go the easier route. And here's the easier route. And I want you all to pay attention to this, because if you do it this way, you'll have access to more money, and you're building your credit up as well as your personal credit up, as your business credit up much faster. Now here's the thing about it. If I have a 690, I would apply for this. I would apply for either a Home Depot card or Staples card, okay? Now, you're saying, well, Houston, why on earth would I do that? Even if I got a Citibank business card, again, I want to use their money to fund my business account, right? At the same time, I want to make sure that I'm leveraging and building a relationship to where it benefits me. So that's the reason that I'm doing it this way. Now, I would, with that Home Depot or that Staples, say that you had a $500 card, right? So I would probably buy maybe about $300 to $400 of Visa gift cards, okay? So I buy about $300 to $400 of Visa gift card. I would cash those Visa gift cards out, okay? Then I would make sure I have a personal account and a business account with Citibank. So with those Visa gift cards I got from Home Depot or Staples, okay? Remember, they already gave me the money. They said, hey, you can use our money. So why not use their money? So this is, sometimes people going to get more than that. They may get $1,000 or $1,500. But at the same time, the thing about it is learning how to leverage. So they give you a $500 gift card. So they're like, here, we'll give you our department store card, right? So even if you didn't qualify for the business credit card or the regular credit card, but you qualify for the department store card, now strategy comes in. So this is why you would use this. I will still open up the personal account and business account. And for those of you that haven't set your business up properly, or you need more consultation on setting your business up properly, click the link below and check out three-way funding. Now, getting back to what I'm saying, I would take about $400 of gift cards, cash them out, and I would put that money into my personal account. Then I would put it into my business account, right? So now you have activity going on the personal side. Now you have activity going on the business side. So you put that money into the business account. Now you have that money in the business account. Then I would take like increments of like $25 a week from the business account to pay this down, to start paying that down, right? So every week I would pay that off. But again, I would start recycling. So I'll use their Home Depot or Staples card and buy the gift cards and take the money from the gift cards to fund my personal account and my business account, all right? So now you haven't came out of pocket with anything. You're just using their money to actually start to rebuild your personal credit or your business credit. Like I said, even if you get qualified for a regular credit card through Citibank, all right? Now, again, because you have all this, what it does is shortens the time for you to actually be able to get business lines of credit. Again, don't do no business loans. Stay away from those, all right? The reason that you don't want to go to banks and get a business loan if you're a new business, because it's too much red tape, okay? And they charge you too many fees and it takes too long. All right, that's the reason they'll start you out with the credit cards, and then 6 to 9 months, then they offer you a line of credit, or you can apply for a line of credit. All right, but this is how you do it. And like I said, if you have extra money, say that you have a job, Then you can have a portion of your income from your job deposited into your personal account, transferring that money over to your business account. Again, actual activity going on to make the banks know that, hey, I'm having a relationship with you. I'm trying to have a strong relationship with you. And the people that have the strongest relationship, the more money they give them. That's the reason that you want to do it this way. All right. Now let's go to number 6. Now this is one that I'm going to tell you about this card, and you know about this card, and I made a video about it, but I never told you this strategy. Get your pen out, because this is another game changer that I was going to put in the book, but I think that you all deserve to. You support me, I should be willing to show you some of my strategies and everything. Let's talk about Capital One. Capital One Spark Business, okay? Getting the Capital One Spark Business. Some people 670, between 670 690, right? Now, again, with the Capital One, you just have to remember, okay? With the Capital One Spark Business, if it's a new account, then they're gonna, with all accounts, they pull your all 3 credit bureaus. But however, if it's a new Capital One Spark Business and it's a new account, they will no longer report it. If you max that card out, but you continue making payments on it, it will no longer report on your personal credit. This is one of the things that I have been telling people that turned me off about Capital One, because they was wanting to report my business credit card on my personal. So that's the reason I didn't want to use it. If I want to use a card for my business, I want to be for my business and not reporting on my personal. Okay? So again, for those of you, if you think that I'm explaining this correctly, can I get a thumbs up? Comment, let me know if you use some of these strategies and stuff, because I think it's important that the community know that, hey, this stuff really exists, and there really is a way to actually continue to build up your business credit without Dun and Bradstreet and without net 30s. All right, so the Capital One, you get the Capital One Spark Business. All right, again, setting up the personal account and the business account. Okay, so if you don't get the Capital One Spark Business, again, using the security. That's the basics. However, Capital One, they actually have department stores that they support, right? And so let's look at the department stores that they support. All right, so they have Kohl's, they have Neiman Marcus, they got Cabela's, right? So if you was to go in one of these stores, all right, they give you a card. Their credit score is about 640. Sometimes they may, around the holidays, it's usually easier to get this card. And like with these stores, what they will do with these stores, they may carry these Visa gift cards. Okay, they may carry these Visa gift cards. And I would do the same process, or repeat the same process I did with Citibank. Okay, I would fund my personal account and business account using their department store cards, right? And I'm gonna actually have a better video explaining that. But at the same time, if you know that you're financially strapped and you're trying to start your business and stuff and trying to get things off the ground, this is definitely one of the ways that you want to do it. All right, so leveraging their department store cards to fund your personal account and your business account, and then putting that money on a secure card, taking the money from the secure card and paying off this Kohl's or Cabela's, whatever card you get, right? But at the same time, they're looking at this activity. This is the reason people are like, why is it so hard to get a credit line increase from Capital One and stuff? It's because a lot of times people don't have enough activity going on. Their relationship isn't long enough. So doing it this way, starting from the ground up, doing it this way, you'll have a longer relationship, more activity. All right, so that's the reason that I'm actually showing you this. All right, now there's a few more other companies that I would like to show you, but what I'll do, I'll probably make a part 2. But the reason is because I think these strategies definitely gives you leverage. I'll tell you one more bank. Here's one more bank, and you all are familiar with it because it's nationwide. Wells Fargo. Okay, now Wells Fargo have their Business Platinum Cards, all right? So I have the Business Platinum Card, and you about at $690 on that as well. Now again, they have their, now again, since they have this secured business card, they don't have any department stores that they support, right? So what I would do, if I have money and stuff, I would deposit the money on the secured business credit card, okay? Or deposit the money into the personal account, then the business account, and then transfer it over to the business secured business credit card. And then I would recycle that money while, again, utilizing the card, making weekly payments. Also, at the same time, taking money from my paycheck or my little side hustle and stuff, putting that into my personal account and transferring it over to my business account, right? Again, because you're funding the business, so all of this is just startup costs and everything, right? So that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to build a longer relationship, because what's happening, and I made a video about it, a lot of the banks, they're getting ready to start sharing information. So the stronger banking information you have, the easier it is going to be for you to apply it for not only a business credit card or a business line of credit, but you're talking about mortgages, regular credit cards, because they're going to start sharing all of this information, all right? So that's the reason that using this strategy, yeah, I know it seems long, but at the same time, this is the direct route where you're not just putting money into net 30s, waiting for them to report, and you're just buying things that are not really beneficial to the company, all right? So this is the way you do it. And again, if I'm explaining this to you and you're comfortable with it, you know, give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment if you even thought about using these strategies and everything. And I appreciate if you subscribe and like and share. Let me know your experience with doing some of these strategies. So this is Houston with Three-Way Funding. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos and support me. Thank you.